Hello everyone, welcome to Prasa Academy. My name is Sandesh and I'm your instructor for one of the very interesting open source software which is used for data science, that is Python programming. In today's class we are going to just discuss on the basics of Python programming, fundamentals of Python. Okay, we are going to check the data structure to know what is a data structure, what is control structure, okay, object oriented programming, before all these things it is very important for us to know the fundamentals of Python. Why and what tool I am using to execute Python is very important. First of all, we need to know what is this hash I am using. So as soon as I use hash in Jupyter Notebook, the notebook which I am using for teaching you people Python programming is called as Jupyter Notebook. I have used Anaconda Navigator, and in Anaconda Navigator I am using Jupyter Lab for doing all my work of Python programming. Okay, in that whichever notebook or the lab you take, whether it is Google Colab or whatever it is, uh, as soon as you write hash over there, after hash it will be like a comment. The Python will not recognize whatever we have written as a code. Instead it will read it as a comment, so it will not execute. So hence I have used hash over there, so that I can use it as just like a comment to make you understand, just like something like notes. Okay, so this is what the basic of Python programming I just wanted to tell you. The basic before continuing whatever we are going to learn today. This is a Jupyter Lab what I am using, and in Anaconda Navigator. Okay, one of the very easiest programming language today is Python programming. It is There is no hard and fast rule that other than science stream or engineering stream students should cannot be able to understand Python programming. It is not like that. It is one of the easiest tool of programming we have. Sorry for that. And we can understand Python programming very easily. So just like when I first want to understand what is how to print a simple sentence, what I use a command called as print, open the bracket, then open the quotes, hello world, welcome to Python programming or Python program, close the bracket and control enter. I have done a small spelling mistake. Welcome to Python program. Correct. This is as simple as that. Okay. Now let's understand how to use input variable. I can give a command to Python programming to use a input command. See, I will just say name. Okay, the name of the variable itself is name. Then I will use a command called as input. So simple. For input variable, the name what you need to use is input. Yeah, and I just want to ask, what is your name? Okay, this is a simple input variable I want to use. See here, control enter. What is your name? My name is Sandesh. What is your name? And I was able to execute that, but of course uh, there is no clarity over there, right? Because it is a very simple input variable. uh, Instead of that, to give a clarity, to have a more meaningful understanding of that, I can type like this: your name, give some break, space, close the quote, now control enter. Now I will write Sandesh. Your name, because I have given two spaces here, it is showing me two space difference over there. Now come back, control enter, Sandesh, one space lesser, you can see now. Okay, so this is how it works. There are various type of data structure which is available, which we should know. Okay, so what are those? First one, there are various data types which are available in Python or in any programming language. It is obvious, everyone who are familiar with the programming language knows that. First one is string, which is represented by quotes. Okay, say for example Sandesh, I have to represent it in quotes. Then I have of course string in Python is known as, or is represented as, str. Then comes integer, and integer is represented by int. What is integer? 2, right? 2, 5, 6, 8, 2000, 20,000, anything, any number without decimal is called as integer. Then comes something called as float. Something called as float. Okay, so how it is represented? 2.5, 3.5, 6.5, so which has decimal point in it. Then comes something called as Boolean value, or also called as in Python bool, true or false. Okay, let's say a is equal to 2. Correct? Now I'll just ask Python programming. Okay, I just ask here, type a. It is telling me it is integer, int, represented by int. See, next 2.5, I will call it as 2.5. What is type? Float, right? It is telling that it is float. A is equal to Python, right? Control enter. Now I will ask, what is type A? Type of A, it will tell str. Understood? str. I'll just try to make you understand how a boolean value looks like. Control enter. True. A you can this is something called as typecasting, which I will also discuss in the later videos as well. Okay, so this is how the types of variety of this one data structures are defined. You have string, you have integer, you have float, you have boolean value. Okay, uh, very simple. Let's understand how I can uh, work on a simple string like this. So if I want $1 to be printed, I will just type like this. If I want $2, 3, 4, $5, now what I will do? Fine, I got it. But how come? In what way I will be able to print dollars 1,000 times? Control enter. Interesting? I can do that. I can do that very easily. Okay,